A land of a billion stories. Where every dish carries a dynasty, every thread tells a tale, and every festival lights up the sky with centuries of meaning. This is China. China doesn't have one cuisine, it has 8. From the fiery numbness of Sichuan hot pot to the delicate folds of a Cantonese dim sum basket, every region speaks its own culinary language. In Beijing, Peking duck has been roasted to perfection for over 600 years. Lacquered skin, paper-thin pancakes, a touch of plum sauce. In Shanghai, xiaolongbao, soup dumplings, hide an entire broth inside a single bite. Rice rules the south. Wheat commands the north, and across it all, balance. The ancient philosophy of yin and yang lives on the plate. China gave the world silk, and for millennia kept its secret closely guarded. The Hanfu, a flowing robe worn for over 2,000 years, is experiencing a powerful modern revival among China's youth. Then came the qipao, or Qiong-sam, form-fitted, elegant, with its signature high collar and side slit. Born in the 1920s, it became the symbol of refined Chinese femininity. Today, China wears both worlds. Ancient traditions stitched alongside modern fashion runways. 56 ethnic groups, each with their own vibrant dress. The Miao people of Suzhou adorned in intricate silver headdresses. The Tibetans wrapped in thick woolen robes suited for the roof of the world. Nothing prepares you for Chinese New Year, the largest annual human migration on Earth, as hundreds of millions travel home. Red envelopes, lion dances, and fireworks that shake the ground beneath your feet. It follows the lunar calendar, a new animal, a new energy, every year. 15 days later, the Lantern Festival. Streets glow gold. Riddles hang from paper lanterns. Families walk together under the first full moon of the new year. Come summer, the Dragon Boat Festival. Drums pounding on the water, crews racing in long carved boats, all in memory of the poet Cuisine, who gave his life for his people over 2,000 years ago. Then comes the Mid-Autumn Festival, Zhongqiji, one of China's most beloved holidays. Families gather outdoors, share mooncakes, dense, rich pastries filled with lotus paste or egg yolk, and gaze at the full moon together. It is a festival of reunion, of warmth, of quiet gratitude. China is home to one official language, Peking Duck or Mandarin. Spoken by over 1 billion people, it is the most widely spoken language on Earth. Written in Chinese characters, the script is one of humanity's oldest writing systems still in active use. A single character can carry meaning, history, and emotion all at once. There are over 50,000 characters in existence, though literacy requires knowing roughly 3,000 to 4,000. But China's linguistic story doesn't end with Mandarin. Across its vast geography, hundreds of languages and dialects breathe alongside the official tongue. Cantonese rings through the streets of Guangzhou and Hong Kong. A language so distinct from Mandarin, speakers of one often cannot understand the other. Shanghainese echoes through the alleyways of the Jiangnan region. Hokkien, Hakka, Teochew, each with its own history, its own music. China recognizes 55 ethnic minority groups alongside the Han majority. Many carry their own languages: Tibetan, Uyghur, Mongolian, Zhuang. Languages that have survived centuries and continue to live in schools, songs, and daily life. In China, language is never just communication. It is identity. It is history. It is the thread connecting 5,000 years to the present moment. You think you know China, the population, the wall, the food. But beneath the surface, there are facts about this country that will genuinely stop you in your tracks. This is China, beyond the headlines. China is the 4th largest country in the world by land area, covering approximately 9.6 million square kilometers. It shares borders with 14 nations, more than any other country on Earth. But size alone doesn't tell the story. China operates on a single time zone, despite spanning a geographical width that would normally cover 5. When the sun rises in Shanghai, it is still deep night in Xinjiang. Yet every clock in the country reads the same time. China has the largest high-speed rail network in the world, over 40,000 kilometers of track. Trains regularly travel at 350 km/h. The entire system, built almost entirely within the last 20 years. China is home to approximately 1.4 billion people. Nearly 1 in 5 human beings on Earth lives here. Yet for decades, most families were permitted only one child. The one-child policy, introduced in 1980 and enforced for over 35 years, reshaped an entire generation. It was officially ended in 2015, replaced by a 2-child, then 3-child policy. As the country now faces the challenge of an aging population. China also has the world's largest standing army, the People's Liberation Army, with over 2 million active personnel. Four inventions from ancient China permanently altered the course of human civilization: paper, printing, gunpowder, the compass. All four originated in China, centuries before they reached the rest of the world. Paper was invented during the Han Dynasty, around 105 AD. Gunpowder, discovered by Tang Dynasty alchemists in the 9th century, was first used in fireworks before it became a weapon of war. And silk. China held the secret of silk production for nearly 3,000 years, making it one of history's most guarded and most valuable trade secrets. The Silk Road, the ancient trade network connecting China to the Middle East and Europe, was built on that single thread. China is one of the world's most biodiverse nations. It is home to the giant panda, one of the rarest and most recognized animals on Earth, found only in the mountain forests of Sichuan, Shaanxi, and Gansu. There are fewer than 2,000 giant pandas remaining in the wild. China also practices panda diplomacy, lending pandas to foreign nations as a gesture of goodwill and partnership, a practice that has been ongoing since the Tang Dynasty. The Yellow River, H, is considered the cradle of Chinese civilization. It is where the earliest Chinese settlements formed, over 5,000 years ago. The Chinese often call it the Mother River. China has effectively become a cashless society. Apps like WeChat Pay and Alipay have replaced wallets for hundreds of millions of people, in cities, villages, and markets alike. China is also the world's largest e-commerce market, with platforms like Taobao and JD.com processing hundreds of billions of dollars in transactions every year. And during the annual Singles' Day shopping festival, held every November 11th, China generates more retail sales in 24 hours than most countries generate in months. In 2023, it surpassed $100 billion in a single day. The Chinese writing system is one of the oldest continuously used writing systems in human history, dating back over 3,500 years to oracle bone inscriptions of the Shang dynasty. China has 55 recognized ethnic minority groups alongside the Han majority, each with distinct languages, dress, music, and traditions. The color red in Chinese culture represents luck, prosperity, and celebration, not danger. It is worn at weddings, displayed at New Year, and handed in envelopes to children. The number 8 is considered the luckiest number. Its pronunciation in Mandarin, bi, sounds similar to the word for prosperity. The 2008 Beijing Olympics opening ceremony began at 8:08 p.m. on 08/08/2008, deliberately. China is ancient and ultra-modern, familiar and completely surprising. A place where a 3,000-year-old tradition and a billion-dollar tech startup can exist on the same street corner. The more you learn, the more there is to discover. Some places exist on maps. Others exist in the memory of humanity itself. China is both. A land where monuments are not just structures, they are chapters of civilization, carved in stone and standing still. Nothing prepares you for the Great Wall of China. Construction began as early as the 7th century BC, with major expansion under Emperor Qin Shi Huang in 221 BC, and continued through the Ming Dynasty, the walls most visitors see today. Stretching over 21,000 kilometers across mountains, deserts, and plains, it was built to protect China's northern borders from invasion. It took centuries and the labor of millions, soldiers, peasants, and prisoners, many of whom were buried within its foundations. Today, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most visited landmarks on Earth. In the heart of Beijing stands a city inside a city. The Forbidden City served as the imperial palace for 24 emperors across the Ming and Qing dynasties, nearly 500 years of absolute power, ritual, and secrecy. Built between 1406 and 1420, it contains 980 surviving buildings and covers 180 acres. For centuries, ordinary citizens were forbidden from entering, hence the name. Today, it is the Palace Museum, receiving nearly 17 million visitors annually, making it one of the most visited museums in the world. Every corridor, every courtyard whispers of an empire that believed its emperor stood between heaven and earth. In 1974, farmers digging a well near Xi'an accidentally uncovered one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in human history. The Terracotta Army, over 8,000 life-size clay soldiers, horses and chariots, buried with China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, around 210 BC. Each figure was individually crafted, different faces, different ranks, different expressions. An entire army, built to protect the emperor in the afterlife. The site is still being excavated. Archaeologists believe the greatest discoveries may still lie underground, untouched for over 2,000 years. Built in 1420, during the Ming Dynasty, the Temple of Heaven was where Chinese emperors came to pray for good harvests and communicate with the heavens. The geometry here is deliberate and sacred. Circular structures represent heaven. Square platforms represent earth. Every measurement, every alignment carries cosmic meaning. It remains one of the finest examples of Ming Dynasty architecture and a living park where Beijing locals gather every morning, just as they have for generations. Not all of China's landmarks are man-made. The Li River in Guilin, Guangxi winds through one of the most surreal landscapes on Earth. Ancient cast limestone peaks, bamboo groves, and emerald water stretching for over 80 kilometers. This landscape has inspired Chinese painters and poets for over 1,000 years. It is so iconic, it appears on the Chinese 20 yuan banknote. Nature here doesn't feel real. It feels like a painting that forgot to stop existing. And then there is modern China. Shanghai's Pudong skyline is among the most dramatic urban landscapes on the planet. The Shanghai Tower, completed in 2015, stands at 632 meters, the tallest building in China and the second tallest in the world. Across the river, the historic Bund, a row of colonial-era buildings from the early 20th century, faces this futuristic skyline directly. Old and new, staring at each other across the water, it is the perfect metaphor for China itself. Ancient roots, relentless forward motion, from the silence of ancient walls to the roar of modern towers, from buried armies to sacred temples. China's landmarks are not relics of a forgotten past. They are a civilization still very much in conversation with its own history. In 1978, China's GDP was just $150 billion. Today it's over $17 trillion. Deng Xiaoping launched reform and opening up in 1978. Market-based economy began. China's real growth story started here. Manufacturing China became the world's factory. Cheap labor, massive scale. Today, China handles 28% of global manufacturing. Exports in 2023, China's exports hit $3.3 trillion. World's number one export. Infrastructure, 40,000 km of high-speed rail. World's largest network. Roads, ports, energy, all built at record speed. Foreign investment Shenzhen in 1980 was a small fishing village. Today it's a city of 17 million, purely because of CES policy and foreign investment. China didn't stay just a factory, it became a tech giant. Huawei, Alibaba, Tencent, Baidu, world-class companies. In 2023, overtook Japan as the largest car exporter, produces 80% of the world's solar panels, supplies 60% of the world's EV batteries, GDP over 17.7 trillion, 400 million middle class, world's largest. Foreign reserves of 3.2 trillion now, world's #1 investor in renewable energy. And that's the story of China, a country that went from poverty to global superpower in just a few decades. Honestly, one of the most fascinating stories in modern history. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. We bring documentaries like this regularly. Drop a comment below and tell me what surprised you the most. And if you found this valuable, share it with someone who'd appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.